Hey, this is BA, and welcome to WD Gann Tunnel Trilogy. This is part 3. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2, you probably should, as this will make more sense to you as we get started here. This trilogy is dedicated to the true seeker, the wiser one who seeks out the truth. Continued from part 2. Page 293, he thought of how his mother told him about his oldest brother losing his life in the San Francisco earthquake, April 18, 1906, or 8,911 days later. Okay, so he's flashing back here. And when he flashes back, we have to check dates and number of days and all that stuff, because there could be a cycle in there. Page 294, work done by Captain Gordon and Kenilworth with the high-altitude foreign plane. So what does that mean? What could altitude be? One thing it could be just off the top of my head would be, let's see, declination or something like that. Page 300, received good news by secret radio of the capture of the Tokyo J1. She calculated that as soon as it was generally known, it would restore confidence and stocks would have a great rally. Now, remember me telling you this in part 2 where we were talking about, this is actually, the book is a forecast of the Dow. It's also a lot more than that, but at its core, it's a forecast for the Dow. So when the news of the Tokyo J1, where they actually kind of won this victory, got out, stocks would have a great rally. Look at the Dow on August 11, 1930 as it started up. This was 3 years after Tunnel was written in 1927. Page 304, sudden attack occurred in March. Look at the Dow, March 20, 1931. Okay, when bad news happens, the Dow goes down. Good news, the Dow goes up. Page 305, people were badly frightened, were leaving their homes and property and going in every direction. Translated, Dow's going to rocket down. Okay, that's what that means. Okay, people were terrified, you see. And so was the stock market. Page 311, look at the Dow in June 1931. Why was it going up? Because on page 311 it states, while Cairo had been almost completely destroyed, this was the first real victory for the United States since Colonel Gordon destroyed the TJ-1. The Cairo battle was won and the Dow headed up. Page 320, these giant planes could be supplied with power through the air by radio current or vibration. Giant planes through the air. Wonder what that could be. I'm mystified, aren't you? Page 333 and 334, I have the plan already worked out for this tunnel through the air. I expect to accomplish it by the use of certain light rays and light waves, sending a strong current through the air on one side and another current on the other side, anywhere from 100 yards wide, and then through another process that I have in mind, remove the air from between these lines or currents, making a vacuum or space between the air, which will really be a tunnel. Here we have descriptives about the tunnel, light rays and light waves. Well, what is a tunnel through the air? The tunnel through the air has to do with Gann's price system. Okay, it's price he's talking about. We can drive our planes, cycles, through the tunnel by radio rays, directing them from a great central station, which I expect to build. He's talking about a base. Page 347, these planes soon came into view of the radium ray. After circling high over Detroit, finally came lower and lower until suddenly they plunged into the tunnel through the air. This connects the radium ray with Detroit, and thus the date of November 24th, 1931. See how I'm connecting things there? Very important. That's really the key to succeed with this book. Page 350. He sent more than 1,000 of our best planes to meet the attack and lead the enemy in the right direction. The enemy turned loose their large 12-inch guns, and they destroyed our ships rapidly. He's talking about price here, and I did a video on the Wheel of 12 already, so I'm not going to get into it now. Page 354 to 355. Marie the Angel of Mercy was now equipped with the tunnel machine, which would automatically put a tunnel through the air anywhere in any direction. The Supreme Commander had enlarged and improved upon the tunnel machine or vacuum until it could be made 25 to 50 miles wide in any direction from a large city. This connects MAM with the tunnel, and more specifically states that the cycle MAM has a price system associated with it. Okay? Page 355. He had also discovered how to send ships through the air without an aviator, directing them by radio rays, which would enable them to distribute sleeping gas along the enemy's lines and prevent loss of any of his valuable aviators. This is related to a cycle, if you haven't guessed. Page 355. The Supreme Commander had enlarged and improved upon the tunnel machine, or vacuum, until it could be made 25 to 50 miles wide in any direction from a large city. This refers to the square of 9. It is the only reference in Tunnel to the square of 9. I have made a video on how to use the square of 9. Looking at the 25 to 50 above, we can see that the root of 25 is 5. 50 is 1 off from 49, and the root there is 7, which are both odd squares, 5, 7, 9, 11, etc. Okay? So this keys us into, because people ask, where's the square of 9 at in Tunnel? It's right here. Page 358. On June 6th, the enemy attacked Boston. Page 359. Another great mistake was a long delay between the attack on Detroit and the attack on Boston. Gann often uses the bait and switch technique. He will give you an important date, an important event on another page with something not directly connected to throw you off the trail. That's one of his techniques. Page 360, which is a circle. While he was sleeping, the teletalk machine and the secret radio communicator began to work. Yeah, figures it would do so on page 360, which is a circle. The date here is June 7, 1932. Remember, always get those dates. Page 362, gigantic attack on New York City. This means pay very close attention, dear reader. Notice in the book that it's in all caps. Page 367, the next informed him of the great victory. This was the greatest news that General Pearson had ever received in his life. He felt doubly happy. Hey, wait a minute. Wasn't this on the same page as the enemy has attacked New York from 4 sides, more than 100,000 strong? The demon of death had done its work. The tunnel machines have performed a miracle. More than 50,000 aviators are sleeping. See the connection? 50,000, 100,000. That's why he was doubly happy. See the connection? Gann is reinforcing this, although cleverly. If you have gained insight from my videos, subscribe so you can get the latest on my free market calls, forecast, commentary, and teachings. Knowledge is priceless. Hey, this is BA reminding you, you can succeed.